June 16th and 17th, we are on a weekend, Friday and Saturday. And it's a new moon. When people say you're a double Gemini, which is what it is, the sun and the moon, when they're in the same sign, it's called a new moon. They're so close together that they eclipse each other. It's dark, it's quiet. When that happens, we automatically think you're a double Gemini. Well, if the sun and the moon are together, that makes people internal. There's no reflection in the heavens. It's a dark sky. So even though they're double Gemini and you would think, oh my goodness, they can talk and talk. No, they're very quiet. And the cool thing is there's that T-square that's been around for so long, it finally broke apart. So there's a certain ease. Now, here's the good thing about double Gemini. They entertain themselves by the hours. This is a sign that does crossword puzzles and then reads a magazine and then stares at you and then decides to go for a ride and let me pick something up for you. And they love wiggling. I once turned to a Capricorn and I said, what's it like to be a Capricorn? He said, you'll never know, you wiggle too much. And that is very Gemini, which I have. They just keep themselves with ants in their pants and they've got high chi. Someone once called me a spaz. Kind of hurt my feelings, but it's true. Oh, I've got so many ideas and now I forgot what I was saying. That's the internal world of a double Gemini. Now, here's the cool thing. There is Mercury and the two planets in Gemini. So there's another third planet that's also in Gemini. Intellectual. Can we go the high road? Intellectual, great memory, learn things very quickly. I have a best friend with this. Their mind does not forget the details. They remind you of things you've forgotten, and they hold you accountable. They read material. You know how people read and nothing sticks? That's not true when you're a double Gemini with Mercury and Gemini. Now, the challenge is those three planets, the sun, the moon, and Mercury, are all being squared by Saturn and Pisces. So when someone has Gemini and Pisces in them, they're going so fast, they have all these ideas, and then the Pisces goes, wait, what did you say? Because that's the part in all of us that's just free to not be responsible. Pisces is allowed to float and dance and imagine and be free. So if you have that part of your chart where you're like, I have so many ideas, but I can't manifest them, this would be a great weekend in this new moon to pray about it. And this would be the prayer. Help me to focus. Make things simple. Help me to get fulfilled by my actual manifestation. So I'm not just thinking, but I'm making a list with a timeline. That would be the right use of that square. When there's a square between Saturn and the sun, it means that discipline's not your strong suit until it is, until you realize what you got to work on. So this is why I'm here. In my chart, I realized from when I was young that I didn't have very much, for example, water when I started this. I didn't know how to do feelings. So I went to therapy and I learned how to cry because double Gemini can't cry. And then I began to understand the inner worlds. And then I studied my dreams and the whole thing changed. So you're watching these videos because you want to be inspired to become conscious of your style, your natural style, with the intention to take it to the high road. So if a baby were born under this new moon, they would have this really rich, quiet self that knew how to do self-reflection. And if their mom was around, because the Saturn squaring in Pisces, that Saturn in Pisces would say to that child, what are you feeling? What's the emotion you're feeling? I'm going to ask you right now, having heard all those words I just did, tune into your feelings. Can you, Saturn in Pisces, honor that you might be someone that doesn't always follow through with all your multiple ideas? I want to reduce the judgment, put on your observer, and help you be kind to yourself. That's why Astrology Answers asked me to do these readings right here on this computer. And that's why you're watching this. If you enjoyed this video and you want to learn more about the 4 elements, which is my favorite topic to talk about, what is your missing element is a question we'll ask, and then discover how to create more balance in your life, just click the link in the description to get instant access to my free elemental video series. You will find out there's so much wisdom there.